Reynaxis Solutions.
Hi, I'm Glenn of Reynaxis Solutions. Welcome to my vlog. On this episode of Reynaxis Solutions, I'm going to show you how to add a new telephone or an IP phone to our IP PBX, which is the Yealink. This is the T40G model. It's a second hand and we purchased it from another company that has closed down. So now I'm going to add this to our current IP PBX, but first of all we're gonna have to reset it. To reset the phone, we need to plug a PoE cord to it, which is a Cat6, as you can see from here. This has a PoE power and an Ethernet data. So we need to connect it to the internet part or port. So once it's there, you'll see that it's booting up. So usually it takes time to boot up for this type of telephone. The other model is, hold on. The other model that we have is the Yealink here, T21P E2. I'm not sure which one is more recently manufactured, but both of them are a good phone. And we have this kind of model, and we also have this one. So now that you're seeing it's actually asking for or updating its configuration, but we will need to reset it. So we'll just wait for it to finish its configuration. So while we're waiting for it, I'm going to overseeing it. I'm going to open the web browser GUI for the IP PBX. By the way, our IP PBX is the Yeastar S100. So here is the browser GUI or the browser app for the IP PBX. Here is the settings for adding the new phone. Just click on the settings and click on the extensions. And you will see the current extension numbers that are installed in our company. The last phone number that I have added last few days ago was this number, extension number 274. So that means this telephone will be extension number 275. As you can see here, it says no service. And there is already a configuration that was done before, and a number 404 was assigned to this telephone. We cannot use that configuration because we also don't know its password. We will need to reset this. To reset the Yealink T40G, we will need to press and hold the OK button for a couple of seconds. I'm starting now. Let's count. I'm pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it takes 5 seconds to activate the reset option. So it's asking us to reset it to factory setting. We will need to select OK, this button underneath the word OK. So now it's resetting to factory default. Once it's reset to factory default, it will pick up a new IP address from our DHCP, which is democratic. So let's just wait for it. Resetting it will probably take a few minutes. Okay, now it has reset to default. We will have to wait for the console to come up. I'm going to zoom in the camera so you can see what is going on the screen. Okay, this is the most that I can make out of it. Or yes, hold on, I'm going to adjust the camera and zoom it a bit so you can see. Okay, now it is updating again, so we will just have to wait for it to finish. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how to add the new extension number 275, which is this phone. Click on the add and type in the new number 275. This is the new extension number that will be assigned to this phone. 275 and 275. Now the password for registration, which means this phone to register on this IPBX, this phone, what I'm talking about is this phone to register into our to our Yeastar S100 IP PABX, it will need an account and a registration password. So the account name will be the number and the password will be any password that you can use. I already have written a password on Notepad, so I'm just going to copy and paste it here so no one will know about it. And here is the user password. So just make the user password, which means the phone password, this phone, and the registration password the same. Now you can add an email here, and it's gonna be depending on who's gonna be using it. So for this number, extension number, I'm going to use Charmaine at Tango Internet, that email address. Next, you will need to click on the Presence tab and make sure that this is available. Leave it and proceed to the Futures tab. Leave it again and proceed to the Advanced tab. Okay, now you can see that you have the option for VoIP settings here. Click on the net, and there is this option for register remotely, which means if you are using this phone outside this branch and you have another microtic on that branch which is routing the IP address to the IP PBX, you can take this, or that phone will not be able to register. So let's just take this just in case they bring this phone to the other branch. And here we have our call permissions. We have few SIMs installed in the IPBBX, which is the mobile, digital, and the standard telephone line. And you also have the options to give the user to be able to dial an outside number without PIN or with PIN. If we select with PIN, let's just select all the selections with PIN. It means that every time the user dial a number, an outgoing number, which is not within the company, it will ask, the phone will ask for a password. Now click save and ignore this and click yes. Apply. Now we need to access this telephone from the browser, so we can configure it, and it will be able to communicate with the IPPBX. So we go to menu and click OK. Select the status and click OK. And check the IP address. So the current IP address is that. Let's just go ahead and add that to our browser. Back. Okay, since we have reset it to default, the default username and default password will be admin. Same. Okay. After that, we can go now to the account tab. And here there is an option for account. Just select account 1 and select for line active enable. Now you will see these 4 fields. Hold on. You just need to type that number, extension number, in all of these 4 fields. Now the password for registration, or the user password, is the one that you use to set up here this registration password. So let's just copy that and paste it there. Now our host, you will need to type the IP address. I'm just going to blank I will not provide the exact IP address but if you have your own IP PBX, and probably you will know your own IP address. So here I'm going to put our server's IP address and click confirm. There you go. As you can see, the number is already assigned now to this telephone because we already created that number, added that number here in IPPBX. So the moment we created the account, it's already connected. And now here you can use this phone now to call other phone. In fact, I'm going to try and ring another phone here in the office. Let's try. And send. Okay, so it's able to call now. So what are we missing here? We need to set the date and the time. So here in this option here, the settings tab, click on it and go to time and date. Click for the DHCP time, click enable and select the proper time zone. For us, it's +10 Australia. And then click confirm. If the time is still not changing after that, you can actually enable the manual assignment of time. Just enable this for manual time and change the parameters. And the hour. And confirm. So the moment I change the time setting here, it's already applied, being applied to the phone in real time. Next, we'll need to secure our phone now. In order to prevent other people from changing the advanced configuration, such as connecting to the IPPBX, we will need to change the password, specify the old password, and create a new more secure password for accessing this telephone. There we go. The password now is changed. If we try again and type the default username and password, it says invalid. But as soon as we type in the correct password, there you go, you are now inside the telephone's configuration field. Okay guys, that's it. That's how easy it is to, oh hold on, I'm just going to dial this number and see if it's going to ring. The number is, I'm going to use the other phone and dial there. I'm calling from my own number. So guys, that's it. This is how easy it is to configure that, adding the new phone to a Yealink S100 IP PABX. If you find this video useful, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your comments at the comment sections below for me to read later. And have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.